For Project 7D, we are going to turn on the press switch, and this project is called Distant Siren with Indicator. You will hear what sounds like a siren that is far off in the distance, and the white LED will also flicker. The reason why the siren is not so loud is because the LED and speaker are in series, so there is limited current going through them. The voltage drop across the LED reduces that across the speaker as well, therefore limiting how loud it is. Now we're going to hit the press switch and then hit the touch plate. And you will hear what sounds like a faraway space battle. This project is called Battle Far, Far Away. And then you can also make distant gunshot sounds. And if the room is noisy, then it might be hard for you to hear the speaker sounds, but the white indicator, the LED, will let you know whether or not the speaker is sounding, since it lights whenever the speaker sounds. You could pretend that the battle is happening in a galaxy far, far away. We are going to hit the press switch, and then we're going to hit the momentary switch. And now we hear what sounds like a fire engine siren that is far off in the distance. Now, they say to try to turn the LED around, and it still flashes. Now, normally, the LED will only allow current to flow through in one direction. But the reason why it still flashes is because the speaker lacks polarity, meaning that the current can flow through it in either direction to make sound. After turning on the press switch, we are going to hold the magnet close to the reed switch. And look what happens. Without even touching the reed switch, the magnet causes the siren sound to change. Now it sounds like a fire engine siren. This project is similar to number 71. We're going to turn on the press switch, and we hear what sounds like a space battle in a galaxy far, far away. And then by hitting either of the other two switches, the momentary switch or the touch switch, we hear different galaxy sounds. Even if the room is loud and you cannot hear the sound, the LED indicates that the battle is taking place. For number 75, Control Drone in Battle, we are going to turn on the press switch, and now basically I demonstrated this in the previous project, but you can use the momentary and touch switches to control the different sounds. And you can pretend that you are controlling a drone in the faraway battle by adjusting the sound effects. Technicians in movie studios, known as Foleys, named after the sound effects artist Jack Foley, sometimes use techniques like this. Project 76 seems a little bit tricky. We will use the press switch to turn on the circuit, and then we will hit the touchpad. And they say you should hear gunshot sounds. I don't know if those would be considered the gunshot sounds. They're not the normal ones. But anyway, the point is, the internal resistance in the LED is limiting the current through the speaker, and therefore reducing the volume of the sound. This project is very interesting. We will turn on the press switch and wait for the sound to stop. And then we will carefully put the magnet over the reed switch without touching it, and the sound comes on again. Now you could pretend that there is a magician who has this magnet in their pocket while on stage, and then they have the circuit out so that the audience can see it. And then the magician positions themselves so that the magnet comes into contact with the reed switch. But if the audience doesn't see that, then they'll think that they magically activated the circuit without touching anything. For this project, I turned the circuit around so that you can see the LED better because it is a crucial part for it. I'm going to hit the press switch, and now music will play. The music is not loud, but as it plays, the LED flashes. It's flashing according to the beat of the music. This is like a very simple example of how an audio spectrum display works on an amplifier or music system. It shows you the beat or tone of the music. For Project 79, you will need several people and chairs, and you will basically be playing a game of quiet musical chairs. You would place the chairs in a circle with the backs facing inward, and make sure that you have one fewer chair than the number of people who are playing. And then you would play the music and by pushing and holding down the 62 press switch, and then you will release it at some point, and when the music stops, all the players have to quickly sit down, and whoever fails to find a chair will be out of the game. And then you will keep removing one chair and one player for each round until there is just one player left.